Our channel is 100% dedicated to stories like this, bringing you valuable information that the mainstream media hides from you. Please, so you don't miss videos like this, subscribe to the channel and give us your like. It helps our work a lot. When you look up at the sky and see planes crossing, you might notice those long, lingering trails spreading like ghostly fingers across the blue. The official name for these is contrails, supposedly just water vapor left by jet engines. But millions around the world aren't convinced. They believe these are chemtrails, and there's a hidden purpose behind the lines. An engineered plan with consequences far beyond weather control. Some of the boldest theories suggest that chemtrails are being used as part of a far-reaching program to reduce population numbers by making us sterile. Tonight, let's dive deep into one of the most controversial and chilling conspiracy theories of our age. Could the streaks in the sky be connected to a secret plan for mass sterilization, a project so vast and so hidden, it's right above our heads? We start with the basics. Chemtrail theories gained traction in the late 1990s when people began noticing changes in the sky. Trails used to disappear quickly, but now they often linger for hours, forming hazy clouds that blurred the sun. Governments and scientific agencies assure us these trails are harmless, just normal exhaust frozen at high altitudes. Yet, independent researchers using atmospheric sample kits and lab tests claim to have detected strange substances like barium, aluminum, and even biological agents that have no clear reason to be drifting down from the open sky. When challenged, agencies like the EPA and FAA say that jet fuel contains nothing but hydrocarbons and additives for engine performance. But leaked documents, alleged whistleblower testimony, and even some odd patent filings tell a different story. Why, for example, are there patents describing systems for dispersing chemicals into the atmosphere to manipulate human health or reproduction? Why have military and intelligence agencies been so eager to fund weather modification research for decades? Here's where the narrative turns truly dark. Some theorists pinpoint the 1970s as the moment everything changed, when global elites began to realize the population boom might threaten resources, stability, and control. Declassified papers, like the infamous National Security Study Memorandum 200, argued that population growth is a national security threat and proposed non-coercive means to slow it down. What if those means turned out not to be so voluntary after all? Detailed independent analyses have claimed to find nanoparticles, heavy metals, and even hormone disruptors known as endocrine disruptors in rainwater after heavy chemtrail days. These substances, when inhaled or ingested, can interfere with hormone production, reduce fertility, and, in animal studies, lead to sterilization after long-term exposure. While officials deny these links, the patterns are enough to provoke suspicion and open-minded observers. Let's talk about the technology allegedly involved. There have been patents undeniable. On-the-record public patents for devices that allow planes to disperse micro and nano-sized particles into the atmosphere. Originally designed for weather modification, such as inducing rain or reflecting sunlight for geoengineering, the fear is that these same methods can introduce substances with far more personal and lasting effects. The theory goes like this. Powerful organizations commission geoengineering flights, officially aimed at combating climate change. But hidden within the mix of aerosols are chemicals designed to disrupt fertility. These are not just simple heavy metals, but complex cocktails carefully engineered to survive atmospheric descent, making their way into the water supply, crops, and our bodies. Day after day, year after year, subtle chronic exposure leads to declining fertility, not just for individuals, but for entire generations. Skeptics ask, why would governments, or anyone at all, want to pursue such a grim project? Authors in this community point to the old rule: power, control, and resources. Fewer people means less competition for resources, more manageable populations, and perhaps fewer dissidents. Willingly or not, the public just becomes easier to monitor, supply, and govern. In some extremist theories, a global elite plans to survive in walled enclaves, while the rest of humanity is quietly managed with tools like sterilization programs. Whistleblowers sometimes surface, claiming to have worked on chemtrail deployment programs within military or contracted companies. In online forums and secret interviews, they describe special barrels never explained loaded onto commercial flights, the content's shrouded in secrecy and heavy security. While mainstream media discredits these stories, the recurring details are hard to ignore. Restricted access, off the books, budgets, and the ever-present directive, don't ask questions. Why haven't doctors and scientists blown the whistle in bigger numbers? The theory claims academic research is carefully steered away from discovering or publicizing evidence of chemtrail-induced infertility. Pharmaceutical companies make profits selling fertility treatments, while mainstream medical journals refuse to publish controversial findings. Scientists who ask the wrong questions find themselves suddenly defunded or quietly discredited. How could such a gigantic program remain secret? The answer, believers say, is the use of compartmentalization. Most workers in aviation, science, and government are only aware of their tiny piece of the puzzle. Automated systems handle the rest. A few elite planners control the overall direction, while compliance is ensured through secrecy pledges, intimidation, or outright bribes. Sometimes, the truth leaks out in coded language. Politicians speak about the need to manage population growth while pushing mysterious climate projects. Activists are labeled as conspiracy theorists for raising questions, keeping the larger public comfortably insulated from panic or outrage. What about weather modification as a cover? The lines between climate engineering and population control are easily blurred. Decades of research on rain enhancement and solar radiation management provide convenient explanations for strange-looking trails. The average citizen, experts reason, will never look past the surface story to see the implications for health or reproduction. You might wonder if there's any evidence from history or military records. In fact, there are many cases where governments experimented with chemical or biological agents without the public's knowledge or consent. From Operation Sea Spray in San Francisco to Operation Large Area Coverage across the Midwest in the 1950s, the historical pattern of secrecy and experimentation is well established. Yet for many, the persistence of global infertility trends and the rapid normalization of child-free culture sets off alarm bells much louder than simple contrails ever could. Theorists say it's not about proving conspiracy in a court, but about seeing the web of connections between government secrecy, corporate interests, and the transformation of our environment. Are we being slowly unmade? Not in battlefields or laboratories, but right in the open sky? Whatever you believe, one thing is certain. The debate is not going away. Every time you see those lines overhead slowly fanning out, covering the sky in haze, ask yourself, what are they really spraying? Who profits from a smaller, more docile population? Our channel is 100% dedicated to stories like this. It's bringing you valuable information that the mainstream media hides from you. Please, so you don't miss videos like this, subscribe to the channel and give us your like. It helps our work a lot.